Hello trainers and welcome back to another video. This is Sharigama speaking, bringing you some little cup battles. Unfortunately I wasn't able to reach rank 10 last season, and I was able to reach to about mid 2700, and I hope that this season, or the next one I should say, will be better. This season shouldn't be too hard to reach to rank 10. But the cups, to be honest, are not as interesting and can cost a really high amount of stardust, and unfortunately I can't invest as much as I wanted to. I invested in Bronzor on this cup and I power up some Pokemons, but basically all of my Pokemons in this cup have one charge move. And I think that for the most part it's enough, but I did want to make at least one, and I did it for Bronzor obviously, which is the king of the meta. And after this cup we have the Kanto cup I think, and then the Catch cup where you need to battle with the Pokemons that you caught during this season only. And honestly, this is stardust draining basically this season, so I hope you have a lot of stardust. So anyway, about this video, thankfully I was able to avoid most of the time the Bronzor mirror match. There are 3 sets in this video and I had some losses, to be honest. So I hope you like this video and make sure to like and subscribe, and that's it. Enjoy! This is the last battle of the first set, and I didn't have to do much to reach 5 wins, so on to the second set. Catching a fire type lead is really tricky for me because I can't really switch into Bronzor. So I think I should play it differently, to be honest. I think I should take it low enough, about the 50% up, and then I should switch into Bronzor to try and farm it all the way down, because Bronzor is a monster in this cup. And I can't really switch into Stunky because I need it for the Bronzor that the opponent will probably have. Thankfully this opponent didn't have a Bronzor, so I was able to win this match. GG. Another fire type leap, and this is the worst for my team. Like I said, I can't really switch into Stunky or Bronzor, so I decided to go with my Stunky right there and shield this time, and let's see how we do. I made a huge mistake right there. I definitely should have shielded, or at least switch and not letting him farm me all the way down. I thought I could reach the Quench, but I wasn't able to, unfortunately, and I'm definitely not in a good position. And he has a dark type in the back, so I don't have much to do here, to be honest. This is GG. This is the Dream Lead and the Dream switching. I still need to be wary of the Heavy Slam. We had some max, so I wasn't sure. So I decided to do shield it and try to farm it all the way down, and thankfully I was able to do so. I made a great swap right there because I was worried of the sludge ball, but it is a crunch. So I know that I have to keep my shit for the Cottonee, and basically I need only about 3 or 4 charms to win this match. Yet another fire type lead, which is the worst for my team, and now I made a huge mistake by not switching out. He was able to farm a lot of energy with its Dano, and I didn't shield the crunch, so I'm not in a good position at all. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bounce back from this bad lead, and I think I should have played it better, to be honest, but still, GG. Great lead for me, and he decided to switch into Bronzor, and I have a great response to that. I obviously have to shield this charge attack because I need to be wary of the heavy slam. And right now look at how much damage the bite does. It's just too oppressive from this Shadow Stunky. Drifloon is kind of tricky because I need to be wary of the Icy Wind and the Shadow Ball. So both of my Pokemons are weak to his charge moves, but the charm damage just shreds it apart. GG. This opponent actually uses a fire type as the safe switch. So I switch into my Stunky because I want to preserve my Cottonee. But now if the opponent has a Bronzor in the back, it can get really tiring because you really want to avoid this Bronzor mirror match. Thankfully it is not a Bronzor but a Hoothoot, so GG. This is really bad for me, so I still switch into Bronzor, and he decided to switch into Drifloon. I was able to grab a shield, and this time I decided to call the bait, and I called it correctly. And I decided to call the bait again, and it's actually an Ominous Wind, so the opponent runs this Drifloon with Icy Wind and Ominous Wind, which is really interesting. And I was able to grab both shields, and I'm thinking I can win switch advantage and have a lot of energy for the next Pokemon, so I do that, but it's Bronzor in the back, and he farmed a lot of energy, and I definitely shouldn't have let him do that. So now we are in a tricky spot because it basically is at 100 energy and I shield this seed bomb. Really dumb move by me. I definitely should have kept this shield for Stunky to have a chance of winning. You make some mistakes along the way, so GG. Great lead for me and perfect counter for the switching, and I'm in a great position right now. And he has Cottonee in the back and I decided to not let him farm a lot of energy. So I just switched into my Stunky because there's no reason to keep it. And then I should come with my Cottonee and just 3 charms will shred it the inner part. GG. Another great lead and a great switching for me, and the way I like to play the Bronzor against the Cottonee matchup is by farming it all the way down and just absorb whatever the opponent throws at me. I have 100 energy and I can threaten whatever comes in, except for Bronzor to be honest. And I was able to grab both shields, but the opponent was able to farm a lot of energy. I didn't want to switch because I didn't want to lock myself in case he has a Bronzor in the back, just like that. So I kept the Cottonee for the Dino, expecting a Bronzor in the back. So I'm in a good position right now, and this is GG. The last battle of the video in a Cottonee mirror match, and we both make a swap trying to catch the charge move, basically. At least that's what I tried to do, but he made an amazing swap as well, and unfortunately he caught it, so I didn't want to shield because I wanted to save the shield for my Stunky. But to be honest, I'm not in a good position. I think I should have shielded the charge move from Pelion. This is the reason I wanted to save both of my shields, but the charm damage will do too much. So I'm not in a good position at all. And I shielded the seed bomb and the opponent has a shield as well. So this will be it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.